Cardano. What? There are countless cryptocurrencies that you can buy, but we're going to talk to you about Cardano. So why all of a sudden is there hype about Cardano? Why is it at a peak? How the hell is it related to Ethereum? So today, Cardona is going to be digging into Cardano.
What is up, family? Today we are going to be digging into a platform that is causing a lot of buzz. Richard's very excited about it. Cardano. If you're watching on YouTube and you are excited about this specific platform, please drop in the comments why. Let us know. But this is what I know, Rich. I know that the co-founder of this platform is also the co-founder of Ethereum, Charles Hoskinson. It took 2 years for this platform to launch, and it launched in September of 2017. It blows my mind when we read the dates of these platforms and all the stuff that's been going on for the past several years. I feel so far behind. I know we're not, but sometimes it feels that way. And it entered in the crypto market as a third generation blockchain currency, which, Rich, you're going to dig into that a little bit more, but just know that generation 1 was Bitcoin, generation 2 was the entry into smart contracts with Ethereum, and both of those generations had a scalability issue. We've covered that in the proof of stake, proof of work episode. Make sure you check that out if you haven't, but they use a lot of energy because they're not able to make as many transactions per second. And so now we're entering we are in the third generation, which is trying to solve for these problems because they're focused on scaling.
Yeah, they just want more miners, more computers, more people, more adoption.
Money.
So that way it can be faster to handle all the people, running to go buy a hyped NFT, because there's a lot of transactions and use cases that are happening all the time. So here's what's worth mentioning behind Cardano is that it reportedly had 120 papers written on blockchain technology. Here is one thing you definitely need to know, and it is the researchers behind this project, this crypto project, have reportedly written over 120 papers on blockchain technology. I do remember reading that this was very much a kind of peer approved cryptocurrency, just meaning like some of the smartest people in the world were sent all these papers and research, and they're like, this will be good to go. And the reason they talked about that is because it's a proof of stake. If you haven't checked it out, obviously, like Heather said, check out the proof of stake episode. So the first generation of cryptocurrency is Bitcoin. Okay, they were first to the party, and they did their whole little proof of work system. It's a decentralized payment or finance systems where people can exchange cash without relying on a third party. Heather and I could do anything we want without involving USAA or Wells Fargo or anything, right? Like I got her address, I could be like, bang, here's some Bitcoin, thank you for your time. The second generation is or Ethereum, which offers a smart contract. Ethereum is the solve for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is static, okay? Like it does not have other use cases. Like it is a cryptocurrency. Ethereum makes other things possible, okay? Smart contracts, minting, sales, all kinds of crazy shit. And then the third generation is Cardano. So Cardano, talking about Cardano, it's new on the block and aims to improve the drawbacks in cryptocurrencies that existed before. The reason is scalability problems, which we already kind of covered, but it's one of the key components is that it's just faster. Everyone wants faster. Heather, I shit you not. I remember like months ago, I went to buy something. I think it was a Boss Beauty. I paid for it and the thing was just like spinning. And it's like, want to speed up this transaction? I'm like, no, I'm not paying more, punk. And when the next day I went to go get another Boss Beauty and it was showing my wallet and I'm like, cool, I can't believe I still have enough. I didn't know that. And the transaction still hadn't processed. Wow. And that was on a weekend. So it makes complete sense. But anyway, Heather, how does Cardano work?
Okay, well, you gotta feed them a lot of Cheetos, crunchy kind only, please. Likes to get up early in the morning and work out. Very routine oriented. Anyways, Cardano, in order for it to become a global currency, it has to be able to withstand a ton of transactions per second. And for that, it has to have a strong and sustainable system to bear such a load. So it uses proof of stake. And we're not going to dig all up into that again, because just to beat a dead horse, listen to that episode, proof of work versus proof of stake. But essentially what you need to know is that it has faster transaction time, uses less energy, and requires the miners to be able to stake their work, be able to prove what they've done, and it actually have an accountability system built into it, where if they get screwed, if they aren't doing things correctly, they're actually penalized with their own money. So, they be taking everything seriously.
So Ethereum is a blockchain. ETH is the token. For Cardano, Cardano is a blockchain platform. And ADA, like Ada Monroe from Cold Mountain, one of my favorite movies, ADA is the cryptocurrency used on Cardano. ADA, this is interesting, the name itself has uniqueness attached to it, is named after a famous French mathematician. Ooh
It
la
sounds like
la,
my famous
oui,
aunt.
mathematics. Huh?
I said Ada sounds like my famous Arkansan aunt. Aunt Ada's coming over for Thanksgiving and bringing
Ada,
the pie. You know
it's
it.
aunt first, but yes. Okay. So
Wrong.
the maximum amount of ADA coins to ever be generated is 45 billion, and right now there's about 31 billion in circulation.
Obviously, the pros of Cardano is that it uses proof of stake, which makes transactions faster, quicker, processing time is faster, so there's less gas fees. The cool thing is ADA coins were able to give a 50% of return on money invested within a year, which is absolutely huge, because during the crazy thing that happened in our world the last couple of years, the cryptocurrencies were at a loss. That is where the huge boom came in from Cardano blockchain, and the Cardano ADA coin started.
So one of the cons is about Cardano is it's just not actually proven. In various tests that were conducted as an experiment to check the system of the blockchain, and sadly, the system didn't work in some cases. So this kind of like illuminates the energy sucking but reliable proof of work system that Bitcoin uses. So it makes proof of stake look like a mark ass buster, basically. So they just got to get it together. ETH2 is on the way, so there's that. Another issue is that there's 42 billion coins that have been sold, but only 31.5 billion are circulating. So what this means, according to this study, is that boom, that 50% jump last year, or the return, could be a one-time thing, okay? Because they're all owned, essentially, but there's only 31.15 billion circulating.
So you have to have your own wallet, obviously, with these coins. I don't know how to pronounce this. It's Yoroi.
Yoroi.
Exactly. Just Google that. What I'm curious about with this, Rich, is this is a lot. And just to kind of reel it back newbie style, I don't know the answer to this. Maybe we can have someone on who can explain it. But it's frustrating to me as a newbie trying to learn about all these different blockchains. And it just seems like there's so many different options out there. And I understand that there needs to be improvements made. Like, I understand why Ethereum came in and the opportunity it brought with NFTs and smart contracts and so forth. And I understand Solana coming in and wanting to solve the energy problem, and Ethereum too. And I get this, your people here, the Cardanos, I get them trying to make their own blockchain. We haven't even covered half of what's out there and all the different options, all the different wallets, all the different blockchains. And I feel like there has to be something that's going to be able to reel all of this in for it to be something that's mass used by the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just typed that in as you're asking, just out of curiosity. So there's more than 8,000 cryptocurrencies in existence as of January 2022, which
That's
is insane. So why? So DeFi is all about not falling under anyone else's control. So is this people just saying like, Cardano, like, let's do Cardona, let's do that, what's up, like, let's just do this? Like, why are there so many when there can be some that are getting adopted quicker? I mean, this whole thing is really interesting, but today we just wanted to give you some insight into Cardano. Heather and I are going to follow up and maybe get some experts on here to talk about that. I have some people in mind, and I have a question that's just one of my own questions. I want to know, Heather, what was your worst, shittiest Halloween costume ever? And tell me how you felt trick-or-treating in it.
God, that's so many. I think most of my Halloween costumes shouldn't have happened. Because I get very excited about dressing up. Like, I love dressing up. But I always like to save money, and so I always try to make my own costume. It's always really bad. It's always really bad. The first one that popped in my head is I remember being a little girl and I wanted so bad to be a bandit for Halloween.
A
And so,
bandit?
yeah, I was really into outlaws. Like, I love John Wilkes Booth for some reason. I have no idea. I love Abraham Lincoln too. But anyways, really into that dude. And so I put on like a mustache and like got my man outfit on and everything. And I was so angry because every door that I went to, they would open it up and they go, "Oh,
Right.
you're so cute, you sweet little girl," or whatever. And I'm like, I'm a bandit. I'm not cute. How do you know I'm a girl? It just really upset me. What about you?
I have two. One, I was Pee Wee Herman one year, which was the stupidest thing ever. I had like some dumbass suit, and my mom put all this like white powder on my face, so I was more pale. I don't even get that. And I had some like big, sparkly, glittery bow tie, which was not the tiny red bow tie that he had. Ah, just
We were
thinking
the
about it, I
great
have a
value brand of like Halloween costumes. We
dude.
could have kicked it. Listen, y'all, we want to connect with you. We want to know your questions. Rich and I are going live every single Monday at 2:30 Eastern in our Discord. We're going live on IG all the time. Find us on social media. Everything's linked up in the show notes, and join one of our live calls. We pull future episodes from questions that you guys give. We'd love to connect with you. See you soon.